Welcome back to the shop, boys and girls. Yeah, that's right. The Sweatshop Factory Motherload. Harbor Freight. Went to the States and picked up a boatload. Stay tuned to find out what I bought. Okay, so I went down to the States to buy a drain auger power feed cleaner. I'll explain in another video all about it. $300 machine comparable to a $1,000 machine. Works great. But while I was down there, I couldn't resist. So where do I start? $5 trim kit here. Working on car trim. $5. Flash, yeah, it's got a lot of flash, sharp edges. $5, I don't care, don't use this often, don't do much trim work, but yeah, be mindful for the professional. It's got a lot of flash. Feels very rigid, very strong. Might be brittle though. And the sharp edges, which you probably can file down, so no big deal for $5. But I'm always mindful of cheap plastics. I find steel, you can get away with cheap steel, and it's usually strong enough, usually, depending on the scenario. But plastics, so, you know, I've used it once, it did okay, but I'm not vouching for it. $5, nothing to lose. Moving on, $3 suction cup for any body work, 4.5 inches. There's the part number, can't go wrong. I don't do much body work anyways, so actually, sorry, that's $2, just looking at the bill now. Can't beat that. Dead blow here, $9. I got a review about it, so I'll spare you the details. $9 for a 2.5 pound dead blow. Gotta watch the video though, find out what I think about it. Torque wrench, 3/8. I only have a 1/2 inch, so I needed something with finer resolution, down to 5 foot-pounds. $20, 20% off. Got it for $16. What do I think about it? Got a separate video for that, so I'll spare you the details. But $16, jeez. Blow molded case too. Battery tender. Actually, I think that's a brand name, but anyways, it's not a battery charger, it's a battery maintainer. That's the word I'm looking for $5. It will not, once again, it will not charge a battery if it's dead, but it's a float charger, right? So you keep it on there when you're storing a car. $5, geez. I got future plans for some cars, so you know, I'm thinking in the future here. Next up, magnetic welding tool here to hold parts at 45 and 90-degree angles. Somebody posted online, it loses its magnetism at high temperatures. Well, duh, you're only supposed to use this for tacking. Feels very sturdy steel. I think if you use it just for tacking, it should last a lifetime. Can't see anything going wrong with this. You know, great value here. Okay, next I got this spring plastic clamp called a nylon spring clamp. There's the part number. I like it for pinching off hoses. Hopefully it doesn't damage the hose. I haven't tried it yet, but because it's nylon and it's got this swivel, I think it should be good. Or even holding you know, a caliper up, prevent it from hanging from the hose. I can find a lot of uses for this. $1, geez. Feels sturdy even though it's plastic. Good spring here, good tension on it. Like, it really pinches my finger here. And that head swivels too, so can grab pretty much any surface. Next I got these. Part number here, swivel pad locking grip pliers. Would I buy vice grips from Harbor Freight? Dead hell no. Because you're worried about the quality of the steel and the teeth, the heat treat, the quality of the steel. Here you're not. It's just a basic clamping plier, right? For welding or pinching off hoses. So these I have no problems with. Finish looks good. Nice spring action, nice clamping action. So I think this is something, you know, worth buying. Nothing to go wrong on this, really. Under a lot less tension than, let's say, vice grips. So did I mention the price? $4. Next, if you ever have AC system not working on your car, you need a vacuum pump. Traditional vacuum pump works with electrical pump. This actually works with compressed air. This was $18, okay? The cheapest vacuum electric operated pump is probably 120 bucks. Okay, an AC technician, geez, they charge out the roof. So if you ever have to evacuate the system, and before you charge, you always put it under vacuum, right? You want to evacuate all the moisture. 18 bucks, can't go wrong. Now, yeah, it's going to take longer, especially if you have a low capacity air compressor. It's going to take very long, but it'll do the trick. It pulls the vacuum. Tried it. Okay, it's got the H22 port, sorry, R12, R22, and R134A, which is the modern refrigerant. Okay, you put in 90 psi. You can even put a little more than that, and you run it for 10 minutes. They say guys online have run it longer. Once again, depends on the capacity of your air compressor. But $18, geez, couldn't believe it. That's the steal of a century. Don't see much going wrong with this, especially for home use, but no professional use this. It takes too long. Okay, you don't want to be wasting all your shop air. This here, chipping hammer for welding. So I bought the flux core welder. I'll do a review on that later. 85 bucks. Yeah, it produces a lot of spatter, but who cares? I'm not a professional welder. It's just for home use. And this was $4. There's nothing to go wrong here. All steel. They all look the same. I heard guys saying this edge isn't sharp. Well, you can put it under a file and sharpen it. Okay, other guys actually heat treated it because it wasn't heat treated properly, they said. I don't know. I tried it. It chips okay. If you chip when the spatter's still hot, it should work fine. If not, I'll file it. But got the nice spring action. Got the pointed tip too. $4. I've seen the Chinese ones on Amazon go for 10, so I think they're all from China, even the American brand names. This is for you German car guys. This is a transfer pump. It's got a bunch of hoses too. I don't have them in the video here. $7. I think this is a pretty awesome deal. So if you want to add fluid to your transmission, your automatic transmission, the Germans don't make it easy. There's no fill pipe, right? So you got to transfer. You got to use a transfer pump. $7. It won't see much use for me, but hey, I have it. Good to have. And lastly, $16 grinder. I had a battery powered one and I got sick of the battery dying. Those batteries do not last, okay? I sold it for 30 bucks. Bought this for 20 with the 20% discount. 16 works amazing. It's the medium grade one. I think there's a heavier duty one. There's also a lower quality, lower duty one. This is the middle one. I think it's fine. I've grinded a lot of things with it. Bought this grinding disc for $2. It's very thick. I think this is amazing. I mean, even for professional use, I'm really curious to see if these last, but it feels very sturdy. Home use, more than enough. I mean, how much grinding do you do? I guess a welder would want a professional one, but I'm curious to see even if this would last in a welding shop. 16 bucks. There's no reason not to try it, right? Really. So all in all, great deal. Oh, did I mention the torque wrench? I can't remember if I did. If I didn't, there you go. $20. Awesome deal. If I did, ignore that. All in all, great deal. You can't go wrong. My bill was so low, minus the drain auger. So, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share. And if you want a review on my dead blow, my torque wrench, and coming up in a couple months, the drain auger, click for more videos, okay? Thanks for watching. Keep it between the ditches. Peace.